Cassian Andor. The Empire is choking us so slowly. We're starting not to notice. What I'm asking is this. Wouldn't you rather give it all to something real?
Hi Kate, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thanks.
Congratulations on the show. I absolutely loved it, and I think fans are going to really love it. I'm curious,
thank you.
when you were filming Rogue One, how much of Andor's backstory did you know, or is this kind of filled in a lot of gaps for you?
I knew very little, to be honest. I mean, I created my own, in order to, like what I do with every character I play, you need to be able to answer every question and know where you're coming from and what the motivation is and everything. But so I built my own, and we talked a lot about it with the team, back then. And I have to say, it connects, essentially it's the same, we're talking about a dark past. We're talking about a character that has been forced to move, a refugee. We're talking about a wounded person, but I would say also that working with Tony Gilroy was a great opportunity to make sure we covered like everything, we really want this character to become the one you met in Rogue One. We want you to believe it's possible, even though we are going really far as possible from the guy you meet in Rogue One. It has to make sense, it can't come out of nowhere, and that is like what the challenge of this show is, which is amazing. Or one of the many challenges. It's how much of an interesting story we can have, where you start in a place you're not expecting to start, and at the same time give you all the answers in order to find out what needs to happen for someone to be able to sacrifice everything for a cause. How to get there in an interesting journey, and to be honest, like it was really exciting because we found complete freedom. There's so much you can do.
One of the things that's really interesting about the show is that it focuses on the lives of those who impacted Cassian as well as Cassian himself. Is there any particular relationship in the show that you found really interesting to explore?
Oh yes, and it's something that is something probably that I can say is new, that I didn't think about when I was doing Rogue One, about those reference, that you have in life, that you always think of, and obviously the relation with Luthen is really strong, and the relation with Marva, that is something also beautiful to witness, and it's so like crucial in his life, and her example, it means so much, and as an actor, saying this and knowing I'm gonna get, to paint kind of like that color with actors like Stellan or Fiona is just an amazing gift. They're amazing people to be around, actors I admire, and executing also this material with them was very special, because the scenes are deep, they're interesting, they change. Sometimes it feels like doing theater. You have this 10-minute scene, which is huge, and so much happens, and there's an actual transformation happening on the scene, and building those scenes with these amazing partners and friends. It's been fascinating.
And you talk about how it felt like theatre. I think Luke Hall did a phenomenal job with the sets. How important is that to you as an actor, having that very physical environment?
It's the biggest difference with anything else I've done that has some connection with a science fiction kind of genre. Like being in on these sets where things are actually there and they actually work, and you can actually use them and interact it's unique, but because it's not just the sets, you know, it's the droids, it's the creatures. I mean, they're there, you know, it's happening. It's a beautiful feeling, and what Luke brought is just that amazing specificity, you know. The rooms, the sets we visit have a meaning, you know. Everything you had on set was answering a question, you know. It wasn't there just because it's cool, it looks nice. No, there's a reason for things to be there. There's a use for them. And when you're trying to say like, okay, we're gonna do a show where we want you to feel the most realistic, you know, as realistic as a galaxy far, far away can be, you know, and it's because of the work of Luke, for example, that that city exists, that those jobs are real, you know, that those tools are heavy, that like I always love telling this story. Like I remember in the house of Marva and Cassian, there was one rehearsal where I said like, this might be a good moment to open that drawer, you know, and get something out of there that would help me to do this other thing. And normally on a rehearsal you would say that in order for the team to bring something and put something inside that drawer that can help you do what you're doing, you know. And I went and I opened the drawer and it was full of things. It was all, someone already thought about it, you know. Just in case you needed it, there's something there because there's a meaning for that thing to be there. And you go like, wow, that work is been done, you know. And now I just have to leave the place. I just have to experience the place and live the moment, you know. And as an actor, I can say that makes a big difference, you know. The biggest difference is like if they ask you to pilot, you know, I mean, it's already weird to be thinking you're gonna go in hyperspace, you know. But when you sit down and you grab that thing and it moves and you push a button and things happen and lights come, suddenly it makes your job easier, you know. Suddenly it's happening. The thing starts to move and you go like, holy shit. Okay, I'm piloting. Then I can believe this is real, you know. It doesn't happen all in my head. I'm actually sharing this also with my fellow actors, you know. Anyway. I as you can tell, I'm very pleased that we did it this way. I think the 4 years and a half we've been working on the show are there, you know. Everything is in front of the camera, and it took a long time to get there, and I'm really proud.
And I know you're also an executive producer on the series. How did that role allow you to kind of input creatively?
It's just I mean, it's something, I don't know if I would have thought of any other way to be part of this show. Because in Rogue One, I got there when things were happening, you know, and you're the one that has to adjust and understand what's needed from you and work hard to get it. But here, it's different, you know. On a way, I've been able to be part of every decision. You know, I've been part of the process. I understand why things are the way they are, you know, and I feel I belong, and the project belongs to me, and that is a really special thing, because it's 4 years of my life, you know, and I want to know why we're doing what we're doing. I want to be able to talk about the things that matter to me, and I've had that freedom here with this show, the freedom to be part of a team and collaborate with people that I've learned so much from, but also that I enjoy and appreciate, you know, the back and forth, the chance to question things when things can still change, you know. It's like it's something that as an actor you don't get, and I love producing, I love directing, and I don't see how I would have been able to come into this show without having the chance to have a voice. And yeah, we also have a great leader here, Tony Gilroy is a man that understands collaboration in a very special way, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well-
if we have time. I think
I think
I'm
we're running
talking
out,
too
but thank
much,
you.
but I wanted to tell you a whole story, but it takes minutes. No, but yeah, I blame Tony Gilroy for that feeling of being part of something, you know. He creates that environment where everyone feels part of it and useful, and it's just, yeah, the best way to
Well,
work.
thank you so much for your time, and I cannot wait to see the rest of the series.
Thank you.